Welcome, everyone, to Gamers MediaWire. Today we're going to build an entry-level enthusiast gaming rig. Stay tuned. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start putting all the pieces kind of together. So to start, let's get everything out of the way here so we can open up this case. Pretty snazzy case, I'd say. Front panel comes off nice and neat. We'll save this for you guys later. Top comes off same kind of way. All that stuff. Alright, now that we got all the side panels off, this case does something pretty cool. Makes it a lot easier for getting at where the motherboard goes. Well, this whole front panel lifts up like so you can get right at the motherboard tray. Really nice. Now we'll go ahead and put this motherboard in. Like I say in every video, don't forget the I/O shield. Alright, so what we're putting in here, just a basic gigabyte motherboard. It's got a Ryzen 2600X in it, 6 cores, 12 threads, boost to around 4.1 gigahertz, 8 gigs of RAM at 3000 speed, so could use a little more, but he's not going to do much more than game, so it's probably enough. Probably doesn't even need the 6 cores, but why not, right? Alright, now that we got the motherboard in, and it's lined up nice with the I/O shield, let's get our screws put in. If anybody's wondering what kind of case this is, I believe it's an Apivia brand case. I picked it up on Amazon for about 50 bucks, I think. Kind of a cool design. Not the best of quality, but it looks really cool. One more screw, I think, left to put in. Nice thing with these smaller motherboards, you only need about 4. Alright. I already pre-installed a couple other fans. It came with one big 140 mil. I put 2 more 120s in. So at least that way we know we have decent airflow through the case. I'm thinking this one, there's not a lot of fan ports on this board. That's the one downfall. Thinking that one we're going to just plug into the power supply. Alright, now we're going to stick his Wi-Fi card in. It's an Asus AC 1600, I think. Got N, AC, G, B, all the major ones. We're going to stick that, I think, on the most, actually second to the bottom, we have a Wi-Fi card as well. That way the antennas won't be in the way of the Wi-Fi. Or the antennas won't be in the way of the USB card. Alright, we'll just screw this bad boy down. Like so. I'm going to stick in this USB 3.0 card, 5 slots. He's only got 3 USB 3s on the board itself, so that'll give him some more. And we actually have another 7 USB 3s on the front, so should have plenty of USB. If he complains about that, then it's its own problem. And yes, Dale, I'm talking to you. Get a screw to put this down with. Okay. Next, we're going to put in the Next, we're going to actually do the front panel stuff and hook up all the wires before I put the 1070 in here, just so that way we're not blocking the SATA ports. So, all right, we're back. So what we've done is we've connected all the front panel stuff, USB 3, USB 2, all the front panel switches. And then we ended up putting this back fan to the one header on the board. The other two fans we're going to actually run right to the power supply. The USB 3 card's installed. We've got the power to the USB 3, the USB 3 addition internally. We use this for the front panel USB 3 ports, which like I said, there's 7 additional ports installed in here. That's that cable. USB 2 for the Wi-Fi card going to the board over here. Then we got the 2 hard drives installed, which he's got in this computer he has a 1 terabyte SSD for his boot drive, which is way more than he needs, but it's nice because he was moving around computers a lot, so we could just move the drive. And he's got a 4 terabyte C8 data drive for his games, and he records for us. And yeah, so now we got that done. Hard drives are installed. We're going to put the graphics card in. And this is a 1070 gigabyte card. It's got 8 gigabytes of VRAM. It's a good card. I've got one of these personally. I really like them a lot. They perform very well for its price. As you can see, it takes up quite a bit of this case real estate. There we go. Make sure to line up to the bottom, and when you push her down, it should have a pretty decent, satisfying little snap. Boom. Graphics card is in. Now we're going to put a couple screws in her. Fasten her down. 1 screw. 2 screw. Not that screw though. There we go. There's one. Okay, graphics card's installed. Now all we got to do, install the power supply. Get all the power to the motherboard, the graphics card, and that's about it. This is the power supply we went with. It's a CX650M Corsair model. I went with it because it's semi-module, which is kind of convenient with this style of case. Makes it a lot easier to get everything connected. Like I said, we had to put this front panel in, and that needed power. We ran that first. This stuff back here needed power, so all that's been run. We just have to literally plug it into the ports on the power supply, which I guess it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, we go ahead and turn this around. You can see the power supply is going to sit right back in here. I'm going to go ahead and install that, and we'll be right back. All right, now I've got the power supply in. I got all the power for the stuff that was already set up, plugged in. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get the 24-pin connector plugged in. So 24-pin connector, got to go to the main area, for the biggest port on the board. You got to feel for the little lip in there, and get that piece to the lip. So kind of got to bend a funny way sometimes. Sometimes you get lucky. Well, it should give a little click. Wasn't a loud one, but it worked. Okay, so next is the EPS 8-pin connector for the CPU. You need the 8-pin when you get anything over dual core or maybe triple core. And that's got to go in just like the other one, clip towards the latch side. That's in. So you tuck some cables away a little bit. The last thing we got to put in is the 8-pin PCI Express plug. I think I'm going to just leave it loose. You got 2 on here, so we'll just use this one. Gonna put those guys together. And make sure that one that's loose goes in first, and push it down until she clicks. And that provides 150 watts or more to the card, depending on what the card needs. We just know it's more than 150 watts. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, well that's about it. It's all together. What we're going to do here is we're going to start putting it back together slowly, and we'll get back to you once it's together, for the most part. So now we're done. Stay tuned, you want to see more of that. Yeah. All right, there you go. Ready? Yeah, that's all it takes to build an enthusiast level computer. I hope you enjoyed this. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned to see some benchmarks on how this thing performs. Thanks, everyone.